Hello everyone and welcome to another Pokemon Pocket video. Today we're going to be looking at a kind of new slash old deck. It's going to be Gallade as the focus, as you can see here. And the reason I'm going to highlight this deck is I think it's really good as we come towards the end of the season. It sort of found itself in a good point in the meta where you can just get some pretty easy wins with what I feel are a lot of good matchups. So let's take a look at the deck and see how it goes. Of course, we do have the two Gallades in here along with the two Ralts that we can play with the deal 10 damage, and one Curlier as well, just to help out with that. And then, of course, we pair it with two Rampados in it as your alternate sort of attacking Pokemon. And with two Rampados, so obviously with Rare Candy we'll talk to in a minute, but with two Rampados to Glade, we put out a lot of damage with a very low amount of energy, and we can really go aggressive very, very fast while still having really good game versus some of the slower sort of high energy decks, which there are a lot of in the meta right now. And we still have good game against the likes of Oricorio because we run the Rampados, we have one Cranidos in there as well. We do pretty good as well against like Tapu Lele. Yes, Gallade's weak to Psychic, but Tapu Lele is only dealing, what, 60 anyway at maximum. And that's only when it's Gallade as well. When it's Curly, it does less. So pretty flexible so far. That is the Pokemon all round, pretty straightforward list. Then we have one Pokeball in there. Two rare candies, of course, the two fossils, the cape, which feels very, very good on a Rampados, or to try and give you some more energy of, some more health, apologies, for the early game where you might not go, might not have rare candy nice and early, so you can go straight into that. We have two Professor's Research, one Sabrina, because I just think Sabrina's just really, really good right now. One Mars to help out with that hand disruption for your opponent. One Guzma because we want to remove things like capes when our damage totals are a little bit close with Gallade and Rampados. And then one Lily because we can target Gallade, which is good. We can target Rampados, which is very good. So the one Lily just feels pretty good overall. So yeah, take a look at the full list, of course. It's a pretty straightforward one, but it's one that does, like I said, really, really good work right now. Some of the tough matchups, weirdly enough, are like Gengar. If you've been seeing that on ladder recently, that's kind of difficult. It's winnable, but it's just a little bit difficult because the health gets a little bit awkward that you sort of have to hit the Gengars on. Gengar does extra damage and Psychic does extra damage versus Gallade. So things can get a little bit tricky, but that's a tough one. And then like a fast Solgaleo can be hard as well because they can just be a little bit quicker because the Skarmories can pressure early, and then if you don't get your fossils into rare candies or Gallade up fast enough, the Solgaleo just flies in and starts hitting a bit harder. And then also Solgaleo normally runs more healing than we do, so they can kind of outlast us as well. So those are two of the tricky matchups, but Darkrai Giratina feels fine. Oricorio variations feel fine because like Cranidos one taps an Oricorio, as does Rampados, Gallade does, the health is there. What else? Like Meowscarada and Decidueye, it's a close one because Meowscarada does more damage versus EX, but Glade's got a lot of health, and Glade hits very hard very quickly, and we have the Rampados to help deal with them as well. So that one's a bit more of an even matchup. But yeah, overall, I feel like this deck is really, really solid. We are going to play our 3 games as we always do. So stick around and we'll see how they go. Okay, you guys know the drill. These are currently Master Ball games. I did get Master Ball again with this deck on a pretty strong run. And we're just going to play 3 games, see how they go. If we win, we win. If we lose, we lose. But just to show you how the deck plays, this looks like, yeah, it's going to be the Charizard. So this isn't a terrible matchup as long as we can get to that Gallade, because they have to stoke, right? So like they have to do something. Normally, I want to save my research here till the turn after because everyone just loves spamming red card. But 4 cards, if they red card us, it's fine. If we couldn't dump these cards, I wouldn't have played the research, honestly. Because you don't want a full hand before you can do anything with the cards you get. Like, I couldn't have rare candied that turn anyway. But because we had some fossils to dump out, this gives us a lot of good draws if they don't red card us. Okay. Do you have anything big? We have Curlier. Let me think. Yeah, we should be okay. We don't want to Sabrina this because we actually, I guess it wouldn't really matter, but we want as much energy as humanly possible on this Charmander. So I will just slap him for 20 with the curly. And we do have, if we don't get red carded, we do have Gallade, which hits for, I mean, what is it? It's 20 for 4 energy each. Ooh, okay. I mean, we can sacrifice a Skull Fossil if we have to. Oh, do they just not have it? Oh, this is fine. Yeah, this is also A-okay. So we can go Pokeball here because they, like, this is pretty good, honestly, because now we've still just got 3 Pokemon. We can get rid of this Skull Fossil. Not the end of the world at all. We also could have gone into Cranidos, and that would have been fine, obviously, as well. We can knock out the Charmander. But this feels really nice. We've got 1 Gallade here. I don't need to use... Never mind, there we go. So there's game 1. We didn't even have to rare candy, but if we did rare candy, we would get some work done as well. So yeah, that's a matchup I didn't mention, but Charizard, obviously with like Rampardos hitting hard and the Glade hitting very hard, then yeah, not the worst matchup either. Okay, let's dive into game number 2. We're currently 1-0 so far with a pretty easy Charizard game, but let's see what we get offered this time round. Looks like it's going to be grass. This is definitely going to be a little bit harder. But we'll see how it goes. Oh, wait. Okay, I was assuming it was Meowscarada. I take it all back. This is Carnivine Arceus. Luckily, they've started Zubat, which is all right. Also, for us, I've played this matchup a couple of times. And although it's not amazing, it's also not bad. Gallade just wipes the floor with the Carnivines. And a good Sabrina can really help us out here as well. Unfortunately, we don't have anything much to do right now. Luckily, we just, well, both of us are kind of just tickling each other for 10 damage. So nothing too much right now. It's likely we could get red carded. I would have liked to have Mars them, honestly. But we do have a rare candy. So if we draw a Gallade, we are in an incredible spot. Especially because there's Zubat. Oh, so they're going to draw. Oh, so we just lose. Oh, no, we don't. We're fine. I forget. They're only running grass, right? And this is... I always look at Zubat and forget that this is Dark Energy. So they're going to do... Ooh, do they have Giovanni? This is horrible. So they need to... They're digging for... God, they've got a really good start. Considering the initial turn didn't look great. So I'm guessing they're going for Arceus to activate the Carnivine. They get it. They could have Giovanni and we could just lose. We've all been there, haven't we? If we lose, you know, it is what it is. However, if we get Gallade, we're in a good spot. Oh no, we auto lose because Crobat can go. Yeah, this is disgusting. I'm an idiot. Yeah, this is absolutely disgusting. What? Okay, well now they're just memeing on us. Yeah, I forgot about Arceus, about Crobat with Arceus. Oh, our hand's really good now. They just decided to... So remember this name, Full Bro, hitting us with the troll attack here. Well, that was a rough game number 2. We might play 4 games as that one was completely pointless. But it happens. It is what it is. Okay, let's hope we can actually play the game this time. We'll see. It's going to be some kind of fighting mirror. I don't know what this could be. It's a bit of a toss-up here. Probably Garchomp, I would guess. No, okay, is going to be Lycanroc. I'm already worried about this. Waiting for... Okay, they're back. So they're going first, which is quite good for us because Lycanroc isn't really that scary. Although they do have a lot. I'm scared of red card, but I think they're going to red card us no matter what. If they have it. Okay, we'll dump this Pokeball because there's no other Pokemon to draw. And he didn't attack. Yeah, I was playing the teleport version of routes for honestly no good reason. Because teleport's fine, but in this matchup, we don't particularly want to like teleport into fossils. Oh god, do they have X speed? No, okay. So I don't know, would like to get something done here. Rampardos is not it, so we're going to have to evolve the Curlier in the back. And hope. I'm going to Mars them now. Again, hand dumping for ourselves and just hoping. This, unfortunately, this is the state. I've talked about this on stream, but this can be the state the game's in right now, where if one player has rare candy and the other doesn't, it gets a bit silly. That's just the game. Hopefully the new expansion will help fix that problem somehow. Wait, what? Oh, they're crazy. Oh, I would have 100% retreated into this Rampardos and started knocking on doors. Okay, well, we've got nothing to do but pass. So they are protecting the health on the Rampardos, but I think if it was me, I would have just gone full rush down, honestly. Okay, and that is going to be the game. Another rough one. We will play a extra fourth game, though, because game 2, I literally didn't do anything. So we will play 4 games this time. But this is one of the drawbacks of the deck, as with any deck that is reliant on stage 2s and rare candies. Sometimes your opponents get it and you don't. Sometimes you get it and your opponents don't. Like I said, unfortunately, that's kind of the state of the meta we're in now. Not really my favorite meta in the world right now. But yeah, you've just got to deal with those games. So we'll do a special 4th one. This is a rarity. We only normally do 3. Dark Energy. Probably Darkrai Giratina. Okay, normally we're pretty okay facing this, right? Because Giratina has to ramp. If we can get to Gallade early, we're looking fantastic. Nothing is really beating it, especially with the Lily there. But I'm already ready. Okay, they're not going to red card us straight away. But they're probably going to red card us this turn. And if that's the case, then we want to hand dump. So just everything that you can play, you play. And then we just hope if we're going to get red card or Mars, we get it into rare candy and we can get going. The good thing here is there's not like tons of ways they can play around Glade. Like once we get Glade up, they've got to just, you know, do it the old-fashioned way, especially if we get it up quick. Probably deciding whether they want to shuffle the hand now. Oh, they're going to goose for that away. Okay. It's fine. We can put another energy on routes this one if we need to. There's the red card. Yep, I knew it was coming. It always is. Curlier, Gallade, Skull. Oh, not bad at all, actually. Not bad at all. Should we take an extra 20? I think we just pile the pressure on, honestly. Because they can't attack us. If we slap and then they bellow again. They're probably going to go for heals here. I would imagine. Oh, Team Rocket Grunt? And they hit us, of course they do. Okay, so now we need rare candy. We did get it. A little bit rough there. Could have been. We set up so well, but then we just get Team Rocket grunted, which is unfortunate. At least we spread the energy a little bit. Obviously, there are upsides and downsides, right? If we had 2 energy on that Curlier, then if the Grunt only hit once, we'd still be fine, but... Okay, I mean... Did they bellow again? This is kind of weird for them, right? We're just off, of course. There's Cranidos, there's Rampados. So let's put another fossil in here. Let's see if they have the Cyrus. Oh, they're just gonna leave it, okay. Well, that is interesting. So if I discard this fossil now, so we still only have the 3 Pokemon, we go into Rampados. Now, what's the plan for them? It's a little bit unfortunate. Obviously these health totals are a touch annoying, but I guess they retreat. But if they retreat, they can't knock out the Rampados, so do they just take that as a square knockout? Okay. So they still have potential Cyrus into Curlier here. We go in with Gallade because if they're going to tap the Curlier, they're going to do it, right? So... And then we should be fine now, right? We just created an awkward situation for them. And they can just never get in a good spot in this matchup as long as our draws aren't terrible. So that is one of the highlight matchups for me. It feels very good. I played against it a lot today, and it feels fine to play. Like I said, if hands are sort of even, we feel pretty good about that. So yeah, that was our special 4th game. We recovered it a little bit because some of those earlier games were rubbish. But I don't hide games from you guys, right? I just play 4 games at Master Ball just so you guys can see how realistically some of these games play out. But yeah, that is the Gallade deck. We got to Master Ball again. Pretty easy. We had a good run. And like I said, I think it's well positioned in the meta. So if you still need to hit Master Ball, or if you want to secure it for the end of the season, make sure to check it out. Let me know what you thought. Thanks a lot for watching the video. I'll see you next time.